Hi friends, you are very welcome to this presentation. We will be considering the connection design of the steel warehouse in this lesson. I'm so freezing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us make progress. This is the Prota steel of the Protastructure 2022. We loaded this structure into Prota steel in the last lesson, and so before we proceed in the connection design of the steel structure, I would like to close this Prota steel, so we load it again successfully. So I'll click on the close icon right there, and then click on the yes options to close this. So here is the structure or the model in Protastructure 2022. So this model has been analyzed and designed successfully. All right, all the steel members has passed design as well. So for us now to load it into Prota steel for our connection designs and details, we will have to navigate to the drawings and report tab, which you can see here under steel detailing. You have a Prota steel. This one, you click or you left click on it once, and then you give it some seconds to load successfully, just like this. One thing about Prota steel 2022, it is very intelligent in the design of steel connections. Almost all the steel connections, the beam to beams connections, column to beam connections, polarized connections, and as well as the base plate connections. So everything has been imported successfully. I'll close this dialog right away. And here we are, the structure, okay, is loaded successfully. All right, so most of the connection we are going to be designing right away is we are going to make use of the Intellect Connect. Okay, the Intellect Connect is a powerful tool that automatically design connections, almost all the connections successfully. So how to apply the Intellect Connect? At first, we'll be designing the polines, okay, the polines connections. So you just have to get the whole of the structure selected just like this. So once the structure is selected like this, mind you, will be manually designed base plates in this lesson as well. So make sure you stay throughout the lesson so that you actually have a good understanding on how to design connections in Prota steel, because the interface of this Prota steel 2022 is quite different from the interface of the Prota steel 2019 and as well 2020. All right, so after you must have gotten the whole structure selected like this, you just have to right click, and then in the drop down menu come all the way to Intellect Connect this, and then I'll go straight the way to create polines connections. Once I click that once, I leave the system to open a Intellect Connect polines wizard or a dialog just like this. So I'll be using auto connections. So using this auto options, this option here, it will enable the program to select any of these connections type, okay, for our polines connection successfully. So I click on next, and then I'll run it. Give it just some seconds. It's going to run and then connect all the polines successfully. All right, so if you check in the report dialog here, you can see almost all the polines has been connected. You see everything showing done. All right, so you just have to click on the close to close this, then you go back to check if it is actually connected. So you can see, so this is the type of connections that was actually used. Okay, so if you wouldn't want this type of connections, you can select any connections that you actually wanted, but for the sake of this lesson, we are going by this. So the next connection we are going to be designing is going to be the truss connection. This truss braces and all of these connections, we'll be using Intellect Connect to also design that connections. So select the whole project again like this, after which right click and then come to the Intellect Connect. So we are going by truss connection, create truss connections. Okay, this one, click on it once, and then the gusset plates thickness we'll be considering is 10 millimeter gusset plate thickness. So click on the round. So this Intellect connection actually fast tracked connection design in Prota steel 2022. All right, and then it saves us the time of designing it one by one, which it will actually kill time and then delay our work delivery. But with the IntelliConnect, it will run it automatically for us and use the right sections and the gusset plate for the connection design successfully. Alright, so if you have in mind to get the software, you can inbox me and then we'll look for a way to get it done. Alright, so you can see the connection design is actually done. So I have to close this for the trusses connection. You can see this is how the trusses is being, designed and connected, just like this. You can see the gusset plate, the thickness was 10 millimeter. All right, so you can see it there, welded to this bottom cord, just like this, and it's being connected. All of the trusses automatically connected successfully. Okay, so if you want to also have need to have a personal training on Protastructure in the steel aspect of it, you can also inbox me, as we have an ongoing mentorship class that is going on, which I think you can join and you benefit from it. All right, so we make progress this time around. It is column to beam connections we will be carrying out. So you get to select all of this, right click, and then you come all the way to IntelliConnect, and then we are going to create a connections that is going to be between the columns, all right, and the beam. This is a floor beam, and this is create column slash beam connection. So click on this one, and then I would like to use, I mean, obviously like to use this one. I would like to use this. Okay, I like that. I click on next. All right, I can also use this one and then use this. I prefer this too. All right, I click on next again. Okay, I wouldn't have a beam to wall connection, so I can just select this because there's no wall actually. Okay, so I'll click on next again. All right, okay, I can go by this auto for any of these purlins that is connected to the any of these braces that is connected to the columns. All right, so I can't actually use this. You can actually give an offset of this, but if you really want to give the offset between this point, as in the gusset plate, and the top of the beam, you can leave it at default. The program will carry out that automatically. So click on the run options. Also give the program just some seconds to be able to run and connect all the beams as well as the braces, all right, successfully. So all the connections is done, but this particular one could not be connected. You can see it here. So since it could not be connected, that means it can be connected manually. Okay, that is not an issue. Click on the closed options. Then let's zoom closely to check that out. So this is the beam to column connections, and then the braces. You can see the braces connected automatically, just like this. You can see. All right. If you check that in these other provisions, you will notice that the braces is connected as well, and then the beam to column connections is also carried out successfully. Even this cantilever beam, see, is being connected successfully. All right, so having gone this extent, the next thing I will be showing us, or we will be doing, is the base plate connections. The base plate connections, there is base plate connections in these provisions. All right, so these are the ones that the program have actually, okay, which you can also use, but the one I want us to use is the user defined base plate connections. Okay, user defined base plate connections. Okay, so for us to use that effectively, we are going to be considering one of these base plates. Okay, let's say we will look at this one. Let's just look at this one. Okay, so I'll have to delete or hide this reinforced concrete slab. This one, I will right click and then I click on hide selected, so I can have this just like this. Okay, so with this now, I want to first of all insert the plate here. Okay, so here is plate. You just have to click on it once, pick this first point of the plate, pick the second point, pick the third point, and then you should be able to pick the third point, and you see the plates being placed like this. Okay, so here is the plate. So this plate now, we need to be creating an hole on it, hole on this plate. But at first we want to be pushing it down by holding the control key and then pressed W, so that it will actually lies right under this column. So you can see some part of the reinforced concrete columns is actually inside the plate, so we are going to be cutting it off. So in this lesson, one of the things you also learn is how to cut off some part of this concrete so that we can free the plate itself from clashing with the reinforced concrete successfully. So how do we do that? We are going to be using the cutting tools. If you come to this edit provisions, you see various cutting tools here, but the one we'll be looking at is the polygon cut. So this polygon cut is what we are going to be considering. So click on the polygon cut, so you can see the depth of out is 1000. We change it to 500 just like this. So we click on select part and dent and point. So we click on that. The part we are going to consider is the reinforced concrete column, so you select that. So for the area to be cut, pick this first point. You just follow the way I'm doing. Okay, this point, this one, and this one. Give it has cut that part off. All right, so with this now, if you carry out clash check, you will notice that there will be nothing like a clash between the reinforced concrete column and the plate, because we have cut the part that is clashing out. All right, so this is an auxiliary file or an auxiliary micros. This cut symbols, so you can also remove it. You want to remove it, you come to these provisions where you have this one. Click on it to remove that. So this is the plate itself. Okay, this time around we want to be adding holes on this, and then followed by the anchor bolts, so that we can actually bolt this successfully. So for us to do that, we go to the steel sections. In these steel sections, you see bolt here, this one. Click on it once. Once you click on it, you select the plate that you want to actually place the bolt on, after which you right click and then you pick the first point right there, come over here and put the second point. Okay, so it will show you this. Okay, so this is the bolt. We are now to edit this bolt now, okay, and convert it to hole. So how do we do that? Double click on the bolt to create and have a dialog just like this. So the bolt diameter is 20. All right, so if you come to settings 2, if you notice your type is bolt, all right, and then the bolt assembly is 8.1. all right, so all of this you can change it. Okay, come to setting 2. In the setting 2, you have the bolt name, and then you have the bolt tolerance. So the tolerance I want it to be 3. So this 3 now I've keyed in setting 2. If I come back to setting 1, see the bolt diameter is what? 20, and then the tolerance here is 3. Simply means there will be a kind of a small space. Okay, that small space, okay, for the bolt is called the tolerance, which is this 3. All right, I'll go to setting 3 right there. Okay, I don't have anything much to change here. I'll go straight away to positions. In this position now, I will now have to decide where the bolts are going to be actually placed. Okay, this is in the X direction is front, and then in the Y direction is right. Okay, so let's check that out. This can be edited several times to actually get what you wanted. So, but you must make sure the bolt is selected before you make any changes. So for now, I will key in 50 right here. You give it a space, and then you key in, let's say 200. All right, come over this side in the Y direction, key in 50 as well. All right, give it a space and then key in 200. Okay, now click on the applied and see the changes here. So you see the changes here, it's just like this. Okay, so the spacing is not enough. All right, the spacing is not enough. If you select this and then you rotate it this way, you see you're having it there. So you need to make more adjustment to this. So you have to select this again for the adjustment to be made. Okay, so for the 200 in the X directions, mind you have to know the difference between the X directions and the Y direction. Here is the X direction. So 200 in the X directions, which shows this blue, this green icon there. So we'll make it 350 in that directions. Click on the applied. All right, okay. You can see this one going this way, so you have to also shift it again, make it 500. Make sure you have a space here. Click so I think this is fine now. So we are now going to work in the Y directions now. So in the Y direction, we may just change this to let's say change it to 350. All right, give it a space right there, applied. So it's been moved successfully, so you can see it here. All right, so we have placed a bolt just like this. Okay, so if maybe you want to have more of the bolt in this directions of the Y, okay, you can actually divide this by 2. Let's say you can still have 150 or 160 right there. You give a space, you have another 160 right there. Okay, if you click on apply now, you see you're having 3 bolts right there. If you check this side, it's the same thing, 3. Okay, so I believe this is fully understood. Okay, this is fully understood. So the clear distance from the edge of the plates to the board now is this 50 you're seeing, okay, in this provision. So this is actually a bolt, all right, but we wouldn't want a bolt, we need a hole. Okay, so what you need to go to the setting 1, it is setting 1, select on all. Okay, this is all. So once you select on this all, click on the apply. So once you click on the apply, see it has turned to all, and the total diameter of this hole is 23. Okay, while the bolt size is 20. The 3 is the tolerance, which is what you have in this provision. So we have done with this successfully. So this is what you will do to almost all the base plates successfully. Okay, don't forget to like this lesson, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, and if you need a private lesson on this, I'll take you on a full private lesson on this, on how to use Prota still effectively. All right, so I will click on the OK options. All right, so we are done with this. So what we need to do, we can copy this now to other ones that is in the same directions with this, or in the same orientations with this. So to copy that, the point there is if you copy, you must cut, okay, so that it will not clash with the reinforced concrete columns. All right, but at first let us let us bring in the actually the anchor bolts. Okay, the anchor bolts right there we will be considering. If you come down to where we have now these provisions, come to miscellaneous. Okay, miscellaneous steel detailing. You see this one is anchor bolt. Okay, and this is a hook type. Okay, if we right click on it, it will show you the anchor bolt properties just like this. Okay, so in this anchor bolt properties, the type is simple. Okay, and then you have the C type. All right, so the C type is this one you see on the image, the micros is the C type. So you can select the simple type and click on the get. Click on get simply means you have saved it to the system, you apply it, and then you okay. So you can also give it a name. All right, any name you want to give it, you can give it in these provisions. All right, so after which click on get, apply, and okay. So after which just left click on it. Once you left click on it, what you need to do, you just have to right click first and then select on the plate. It will locate it the points automatically, and it's being fixed just the way you're seeing right now. Okay, so this has been fixed successfully. All right, so this is how you manually model and then create your base plate successfully. Okay, so if you check it very well, everything is very nice and okay. All right, so another thing I would like us to look at is the the welding. Okay, because this stanchion have to be welded to the base plate. Okay, so for us to commence that welding, you have to come to this position where you have welding. In this, you will be using this weld, this one. So once you used it, you select the point to be welded. All right, and then you select the plate to get it weld. So this is a weld symbol, so you don't need to do it round. It's an easiest way to carry out that. Select this weld, the one you've placed already, double click on that. You will have this weld dialog. In the weld dialog, you will just have to navigate to this weld type. Click in these provisions, you have all round. Once you select this all round and then click on apply, you see the changes here. It's going to weld all around the perimeter of these stanchions successfully. Click on the apply right there so you can see, and okay. So with this we have done now, you will not have anything like clashing. Okay, the only thing we have to do now is to apply this connections successfully, the brace connections at this point, which that is not an issue. Okay, for the gate connections, you can also do that using the internet connect by selecting all the project just like this. After the project is being selected like this, all right, you have to do that again. Get the project selected. sorry, we have to save the project first. So after the project is selected, right click and then go to Internet Connect, and then you are to use get. Okay, this one, click on that, and then the ones to be used, you can use auto, so the program will select automatically any of that. Next, and run. Give the program some second to carry out the get connections successfully. So the get connection is done. Click on the closed options. So if you now zoom closely to see it, you can see the get connections is being done just like this. All right, the get connection is done just like this. So for these brace connections to the column and the base plate, what you just need to do is you come to the micros gallery right there, and then you'll be able to select a brace. Okay, you will see a brace connection, this one. Select this arrow to expand it. Okay, so we'll be using this corner weight gusset, this one, corner weight gusset. So select it once. Once you select it once, you select the primary member, which is these columns, and then you select this the brace itself, then select the what do you call that, the plate itself, to get it inserted just like this. Okay, so you can see everything is being connected just like this, you can see. All right, so I believe strongly that we have gone a long way in the explanations of the connection design successfully. So we bring the lesson to a stop here. Don't forget to give the lesson a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you are still not subscribed to Soft Raising channel, as I will see you in the next lesson. Have a nice day. Thank you for staying through the lesson. Bye for now.